Hey, what's going on, ladies and gents? Hopefully, everybody's having a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you're at. Apologize about the mess here. I've had quite a bit of stuff going on here with doing the vaping and stuff like that, but that's always has a fact. This video is not for that. What this video is actually for is for my rig, my Lion Lee EVO Dynamic XL. Yes, this video is going on my YouTube as well as it's going on Facebook as well, in Facebook groups, and this video is actually being done for this Facebook groups. Again, no, the rig's not fully done. I got my detail work I got to do on it, but it's whatever. I'm doing this video for the simple fact of, well, so many know-it-alls with running hot, exhaust, can't do this, can't do it. Give it up, okay? Give it up, please. I run with no side panel. No side panel means this entire side of this rig is all intake. It allows me to do it. I tested this theory years ago, and it's proven that it works fantastic. All my cases that I run the side panel. No AC on. Yeah, I cob that up and all that crap, but yeah, no AC on whatsoever. No fan at all. As you can see, the rig is up and running. Yes, I swapped out my RAM. For the simple fact is I'm always swapping out hardware, so. And I wanted to give this kit a try, because I haven't really given it a try yet, so I figured, what the hell, why not give it a try? But either or, I'm going to show you really quick. I actually just spent like the last 15 minutes getting my loop saturated on both the CPU and GPU end, but that's the GPU, or that's the CPU end right there. As you can see, it's saturated, it's warm. And just to show you that it's not exactly cold outside, because it's actually summertime here. There's a temperature it is outside, and in Celsius, there it is outside in Celsius. So there's a temperature. But either or, there it is right there. There it is right there. 5.5 gigahertz, all P cores. E cores I never care about because E cores is for background tasks, lower power stuff. E cores is what actually or your P cores, which is your performance cores, is actually for your heavy workloads. But there it is. Single 360 millimeter radiator with 3 Noctua fans, or industrial fans, with an Iceman water block, direct dye, which I don't want to hear the whole nonsense about going direct dye, so yeah, it's gonna be cooler. Okay, let's cut the crap here. I've already said it to a ton of freaking people, and I'm gonna say it. I said it to a ton of people on Facebook, and I'm gonna say it on the video directly. Anybody could send me an AIO. Doesn't matter if it's a direct dye AIO or one that requires an IHS. I will throw it on this rig and I will get the same exact results. Fun fact is there are companies out there who have released Sub-Zero AIOs. So even somebody running an AIO, if they want to spend a couple $100 and buy a Sub-Zero AIO, you can get stupid low temperatures with one of those. So yeah, let's just cut it. It's a very basic, simple loop, which I'll actually explain it really quick. I got my two Iceman radiators here, or reservoirs here, which is a 360 millimeter reses, which I've wrapped in chrome. And my apology if I've got more expensive hardware than most people than your average person out there. My apology. Then again, no, it's not my apology. I worked for it. I wanted it. I bought it. I earned it. It's that simple. But nonetheless, this is for my CPU loop, and this is for my GPU loop. On the CPU end, the stupid fan. It's funny because JS2Sense does that all the time too. And now I just did it. But anyway, that damn fan. Anyway, my CPU end, it comes out of the 90, which these 90s you can actually get dirt cheap on Amazon. If anybody wants to link to them, let me know. I'll drop a link. Other than that, I'm not focused on links. I'm just showing this rig, although it's not fully done, so I'll be doing a post on it when it's fully done, because I got my detail work I got to do to it still. But nonetheless, water comes out of the CPU loop, or out of the reservoir, goes up to the back here, goes into the top here on my inlet, on my direct dye, my Iceman direct dye, goes across, comes out, goes up to this 360 millimeter radiator, comes down the back side here, goes around, comes out, and shoots to the back there, and then it goes up into the top in the back there too. GPU end works the exact same way, except it's on the bottom here. The exact same principle. Outside of an AIO and cheaper water cooling hardware, you're not going to get no more simpler than that. That is as simple as the loop is, as a custom water cooling loop can possibly get. It's one single radiator, one single 30 millimeter 360 radiator, for the CPU end and for the GPU end with 2 fans, all set to exhaust, no intake fans whatsoever because I run without a side panel. And as I said, you're not going to get no more simpler than that. That's just how it is. So, but yeah. So I mean, that's really it. And the reason why I took it, I'll explain it really quick. Yes, I do have little extensions to bring my fittings out. The reason why I do that is because if I just used the 90 to come out of the water block and shoot it down, it was actually going to hit up against this cooler here, so I had to clear that. And what I noticed when I went to put the 90 down, it was going to run right into my GPU end, so I had to throw another 90 in here to bring it over and down, vice versa on both sides. So that's literally how that works. And on the GPU end, I'll explain that really quick. On the GPU end, my water comes out of the GPU end. Damn it! My water comes out of my my pump, which is a EKD5 pump or DDC pump. It's the Elite Tops. Comes out, goes into the inlet on my GPU here, goes through the water block, yes, comes out and shoots down to the bottom here, as you can see, and then it shoots down to the back, which again goes up to the top right there. Now I will say, at some point in time, I'm going to be recrolling my 4090 because, I dropped the screwdriver on it and I scratched the acrylic. So yeah, at some point I will be ordering another one from Optimus and then rechroming it. And yeah, I got some debris. In that block. So yeah, at some point again, I got to clean it out. But yeah, that's pretty much that. But again, there's the rig, not fully done. I got a little bit of detail work to do. Which, off the top of my head, the detail work I got to do is, well, I can't state one of the things I got to do because it's actually the same surprise I'm going to be using on a customer's build that I'm going to drop in this, so I got to hold that off, but that's going to be what it's going to be. But on the other end of it, I got one of my white cables here, my extension cables here for my 24-pin, and I got to get 2 more for my CPU end, and that'll be that. But yeah, there you go. The motherboard is a Z790 Dark Kingpin. The GPU is the Strix 4090. Strix 4090 with the Galaxy HOF 4090 Hall of Fame BIOS on it. So yeah, that GPU will pull over 1,000 watts blindfolded with no problem whatsoever. All liquid metal. GPU is liquid metal and lapped. CPU is delidded, not lapped because you can't lap them. You can't lap the 13th gen or 14th gen, but it is got liquid metal on it as well. And the liquid metal does not matter. I can put any kind of thermal paste on it I want. I mean, for the average user, I can put anything on, like I could put the KPE thermal paste on. I could put I'm forgetting the brands off the top of my head. I haven't used them in a while. But any kind of mid to high end thermal paste I want to put on, I could put on and get the exact same results that I had posted on Facebook. Which I'm going to take, and once again, we'll do it again. As you can see, my loops are full. Those loops are fully saturated. Well, on the CPU end, even the RAM is a little bit on the warm end. It's a lot warmer than what I like it, but it's an average everyday setup. The only difference between this kind of setup and most people's setup is, one, either they're running an AIO, or 2, it's a lot cheaper hardware. But nonetheless, on the hardware end of it, it's just high-end hardware. That's the only difference is I can't say cheap, it's far from cheap, but it's an everyday simple setup. It's no different than people out there that are running your very basic custom water cooling loop. It's just all high-end stuff. And those radiators, just to give you a heads up, those are Black Ice Nemesis radiators that are painted white. I did not paint them, I ordered them like that. So those are black Nemesis radiators, and I've already stated the fans. And the fans are set, I'll tell you exactly how the fans are set point blank. The fans are set to be at 50% no matter what until the CPU gets to 90C on the 90C. It does not matter if it's on the P cores or the E cores. The second the CPU hits 90C, which it never does now, the second the CPU hits 90C, all 6 fans will ramp right up. So that's pretty much that. And my GPU, well, people go through my group, if people go through my videos and my posts and everything, you guys will see that GPU keeps stupid cool. But again, nonetheless, we'll go right back to this, and I'll do it right in front of you. My whole goal with this is, as long as I stay above 40,000, I'm happy. So 40,907, I'm more than happy. I've got a massive window room there to work with. Could I push it more? Yes. Am I going to? No. I have no use for the power to go higher. But either or, here we go. Run the benchmark a couple times. As you see, stays absolutely beautiful. No crashing, no nothing at all. And yeah, I'm gonna run it back to back. And I actually just jumped up, so. And the only reason why I run R23 is because for your typical everyday user, R23 is more than enough of a workload in the case of CPU wise. Could I do R15? Yes, I could, but I'd have to redial things in for that because it's a completely different setup for R15 because of how insanely intense R15 is. But as you see, I just keep on climbing in the score. As you see, I'm not even getting close to 90C. Not even close to it. I haven't even touched 75 yet. Or wait, my apologies, yes, I haven't got 76. Here you go, run it again. As you see, my RAM is warming up. And yes, the sticks I have in here now are a lower bin than my Vipers that I was running with that are in the pictures. They're a little bit lower, but I'm just trying to kit out. It's another kit that I have, just playing around with it. But there we go. Do it again. Not even close to 80C. Doing absolutely amazing. 5.5 gigahertz all cores, which I'll go up to the top here and I'll show you. 5.5 gigahertz all cores non-stop. And in BIOS, the voltage is set to 1.14 volts. V-droop 75%, and the load line calibration, or the AOX controls, is set to 0. That's why I always run it. Well, for my Kingpin motherboard, that is. On the Asus motherboard, I run a little bit different. But I will show you those settings after I run this a couple more times, because this is the big thing for people is loop saturation. So I'm slamming it. I'm slamming the word back to back to back. As you see, 5.5 gigahertz all cores. There's the benchmark running again. I'll run it back again. Not touching nothing at all. Benchmark is running. There's a system on with the benchmark running. There's the phone inside the system while it's benchmarking. Quiet as can be. And I've touched nothing. Said it once, I'll say it again. My loops prove themselves worthwhile. And there you go, again. Not even close to 80C. Well, you know, I finally got that 1/4 79. So go again. It's actually getting a little warm in this room, I'm not gonna lie. But that's good though. Because it's just good. It's just more of a testament on these radiators. It just goes to show you how good these radiators are. With these radiators and the tuning, the dialing in of the CPU, I can just keep going and going and going and going. And just for those of you who don't know how to read these columns, this is current, this is minimum, this is maximum, and this is average. Which is to show you that. There you go. But I'll run this one more time, and then I'll show you my BIOS. And I'm running a very old BIOS. I'm running the last BIOS that Kingpin released for the motherboard, because they don't release that stuff no more. So what you have is what you have. But the reason why I'm running the Z79 Dark Kingpin is because it's Kingpin hardware. It's one of the only. It's the only company. Well, EVGA with Kingpin. Kingpin's the only guy. He's the only engineer, or the guy that had the team and put out hardware that actually worked as it should with no issues. So more or less what I'm saying, which is fact, and anybody who is in the XOC community can tell you the same thing, that runs Kingpin hardware. If you're running Kingpin hardware and you're having hardware issues, 9.5 times out of 10, it is not that motherboard. It is not a Kingpin motherboard. It takes a lot to hurt these motherboards. I mean, it takes a lot. But there you go, that's that. Now I'm gonna jump into my BIOS, and I'll show you my BIOS. I'm kind of doing this video mainly just to see how many of these know-it-alls in these Facebook groups that are trying to tell me this and that. I'm trying to see how many, not trying to see, but just curious to see how many people I'm gonna piss off with this video. As I tell people, I don't just talk about it, I'm about the results. There we go. There's my overclock. There's my AVX ratio offset, all 0. There's all my settings, nothing crazy at all. 1.14 volts, 75% minimum V droop. Yeah, 75% minimum V droop. And that's all I got changed. Very little. And there's the RAM. Like I said, it's a lower bin, but there's the RAM. It's a lower bin, just playing around with it. And to show you point blank on my hardware for my fan, there's my fan settings right there. As you see right there, as I said, 50% at 90, it goes to max. That's it. That's my only settings that I've got changed in my BIOS. And if I go to save and change, no changes, so I'm not doing nothing. And just to show you, it is saved as my daily. So if I load my daily, there's my daily loaded. With my daily loaded, there you go. Like I said, it's my daily. And I will boot it. Oh shoot, it changed my voltage. No. I must have clicked on it by mistake. I'll bring that up really quick. There we go. See, I put it back to where it's supposed to be. No changes have been made. I don't know why I did that automatically, but oh well. And there you go. You see it booting up. 0 issues. And I'll boot back into Windows and I'll run the benchmark, and then I'm going to end this video. That'll be that. But now there you go. Even for my buddies, or even for all my bros on YouTube, now you see the rig. I kind of apologize that I'm doing a video like this for my first content, coming back for my first computer content in a few weeks. Kind of apologize like this, but I'm mainly doing this because of the nonsense on Facebook. So I might as well take and throw this at YouTube as well. So she's booting up. I'm only going to run one benchmark, and then I'm going to take, after I run the benchmark, I'm going to pretty much call it a night, because I got to get to bed for work. There you go, 5.5 gigahertz all cores, and those loops are heavily saturated. And as I said, not going to BS at all. It is quite warm in this room. So those radiators are definitely putting that work in. They're proving their value. And here we go, running it. There you go. Not even close to 90. So needless to say, this system is laughing at the heat. It's just laughing at everything. There we go, that's done. 41,100. And just in case somebody may think that is BS, there we go, confirmed by Benchmate. I'm about to hit 19 minutes in. I give a quick walkthrough of the system, and yes, that is my G9 monitor, my 49-inch G9. Yeah, and I got my keyboard back that I wanted, which is the HyperX. I love this keyboard. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So again, I apologize about the mess. The vaping gig, yeah, I apologize about all that. But yeah, just a little bit over 19 minutes in. This is all I wanted to show. Kind of hoping this video pisses off some of the know-it-alls. I try to say different things, but yeah, with that being said, hopefully everyone's having a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever you're at. I'm out. Later.